My name is Ian Bailey, and I am a person that enjoys teaching meditation. I enjoy teaching prosperity the best I can with what I've got, where I'm coming from. And different tools work for different people. So we're going to talk about meditation today. And I hope that you enjoy the conversation about meditation and you learn a little bit about it. So meditation is something that's really been beneficial for my well-being and in my life. And it's gotten to the point where whenever something comes up for me that's an opportunity or growth or a challenge, I end up going to meditation. And meditation is extremely powerful for me for my well-being, both mental, physical, and emotional. So let's first talk about what is meditation? Because everyone always talks about meditation where, oh, we're all going to meditate. And everyone's like, cool, we're all going to talk about meditation. Jane's going to talk to us about meditation, because you always defer it. And it's not that clear sometimes on what meditation is. So what meditation is literally the frequency with which you resonate, vibrate, or on the wavelength of. That is meditation, or to literally stay on, or to sit in, or to be in. So meditation is kind of like a radio, right? When you are meditating, you are tuning into a radio. Now, the interesting thing about meditation is that it doesn't matter whether you're choosing to or not, that radio is tuning into your signal, right? So meditation, you are meditating all the time. So that means that whatever you are thinking about, feeling about, and doing, that is the frequency of your meditation. That's the vibration that you're connecting in on. So meditation is the vibration, frequency, or wavelength that you're tuning into. So let's say you're a radio, right? And you're turning to 93.1, 93.1, 93.1, and you want to be tuned to 101.1. And let's say 93.1 is having anxiety and fear and worry and doubt, right? And you want to be tuned into 101.1, which is peace, tranquility, and love. Now, you're wondering, why can't I tune into peace, love, and tranquility? Well, let me ask you this. Are your feelings, thoughts, and actions aligned with the frequency that you want to step into? So that's what meditation does. Meditation is the choice to think, to feel, and to choose the experience you want to have. And some people say, it's so hard. Yes, it is. It is not an easy thing to choose your thoughts. In fact, there are even statements they say it's easier to conquer the whole world than to master one's own mind. And I'm not saying that you have to conquer the whole world and master your own mind, but you have to choose the discipline to master yours. So let's look at the different traditions around meditation. Now, just to go over that one more time, meditation is the feeling and the thoughts that you have, which means that whatever you're feeling and thinking right now, whether it be of anxiety or joy, fear or peace, lack or prosperity, that is your meditation. That is your vibration. And meditation is the choice and act of either being still or in motion to choose your vibration. So meditation is the act of choosing your vibration. And we've got different skills, different tools, and many different backgrounds have gone through this and talked about what it is that allows them to choose their vibration. Now, in every tradition, they have meditation. They call it prayer, they call it reflection. There's even names, ruminating, that's a type of meditation. And they've got different tools for this. Some of it they do singing, some of it they do mantras, but oftentimes they have this little thing called little beads, right? They have these little beads, and you can find them in the rosary or the worry beads or the I forgot the name of it in Buddhism, but the different names, you basically go over them, right? And what they do is you do these different beads, and these different beads are a mantra or a focus or an idea. For instance, in Tibet, and I have a Tibetan friend who's an amazing, dear person to me, he talked about how they would do this meditation called Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Now, this simply means, may all beings be happy and prosperous in Tibet. That's the intention, that's the principle, that's the idea, that's the concept, right? So when all things are happy and prosperous and you're wishing that, you're included. That's something that's important. Oftentimes in meditation, people forget to include themselves. And what they do is they keep their mind on Om Mani Padme Hum for the entire day. And the goal is to say Om Mani Padme Hum 5,000 times in one day. And they have a meditation bead with these little things that keep track of it. And the goal is to keep the mind and the feeling on that meditation all day long. And this is a form of meditation called a mantra. Now, the fascinating thing about that is that when you think about whether it's Hail Mary full of grace, or you're going to some other traditions where you have repetition of ideas or thoughts, it's literally keeping the mind away from other thoughts. So if you're thinking Om Mani Padme Hum, or I love and accept myself as I am, or other concepts or other ideas in different traditions, you're not thinking about what might happen that might go wrong. You're not thinking about the present. You're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about the past. You're not living in anxiety because you're living in the past. You're not living in fear because you're thinking about the future. You are simply in the moment in that meditation. Now, a great man who I believe was once a statesman said that anything that cannot be controlled should be directed. So that means that when you have ideas, when you have thoughts, the mind will run. They call it monkey mind, right? Where there's a Buddhist saying that the mind is like a monkey stung by a scorpion, and it jumps all over the place. And people think that that's the norm. No, that is simply the software or programming that you currently have at this moment for your experience. Now, you can train the mind just like you can train your body. If you go into a gym and you lift weights every single day, the first couple of days are going to hurt. The first couple of weeks might hurt when you realize that your body is not quite in the shape that it used to be. And I've had that experience before. I used to play sports. You get in the pool and you realize you don't quite have what you used to. And it hurts and it's not very fun. But then if you keep with it through discipline, through persistence, then all of a sudden things begin to change and they get easier and they get easier and they get easier and they get easier. And this is how meditation works, through discipline. Now what happens is that when you keep your mind on a certain idea, a certain thought, a certain emotion, you begin to gain discipline in that mind. Now there's also science behind it that shows that when you focus, feel, and think on a certain object, the neurons in your mind actually go to that thought, feeling, or idea faster and faster and faster. So think of it this way, right? You're building highways in your mind. And when you think on fear or anxiety or worry, that highway gets bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger and stronger for that particular thought and emotion. Now, some of us are building superhighways to anxiety. Some of us are building superhighways to fear. Now, the beauty of that is that if you've built superhighways to those ideas and feelings and frequencies, then you can build superhighways to peace, prosperity, tranquility, and joy. It's simply just focusing on what the experience is that you want. Now, that's not saying the experience around you isn't going to be changing. The mastery of meditation is regardless of outside experience, you hold within yourself a certain feeling or experience. That is mastery of meditation. Choosing your feelings and thoughts regardless of the experience. Meaning, if something goes wrong, you simply look into it and say, well, maybe this is good, maybe this is bad. I'm not going to react to it. In fact, one of my favorite stories is about one that comes from the East, probably India, China, perhaps the Middle East. And it talks about a man. And the man has a horse and a son. And the horse one day escapes. And the villagers are angry because your son let the horse escape. You're so unlucky. You need this horse to be able to transport things, to be able to do your work, to be able to take care of your farm. And the farmer says, maybe yes, maybe no. Now, the next day, what happens is the horse comes back with 10 other horses and runs back into the stables. And all of a sudden they've got from 1 horse to 10 horses. And all the villagers are, you're so prosperous. Things are so good for you. Your son let the horse go. And now the horse has come back. And now you are wealthy. And the farmer says, maybe yes, maybe no. So weeks go by and the farmer's son is out trying to break one of the horses or tame them or get them ready for, domestic use. And the son falls off the horse and breaks his ankle. And the villagers are, you're so unlucky. Your son lost the horse. The horse came back with horses, and these horses need to be broken. And then the son fell off the horse and broke his ankle. You're so unlucky. And the farmer says, maybe yes, maybe no. Now, Weeks go by, and all of a sudden the province is called up. All the young men need to go off to war. And the son has a broken ankle. And everyone says, your son let the horse go. Went out. It brought back horses. It broke your son's ankle. And now he doesn't have to go after war. You are so lucky. And the farmer says, maybe yes, maybe no. And that's how you have to look at life. And that's what meditation gives you the opportunity to do, to take a step back. And instead of getting involved in that moment and getting wrapped up in that emotion, in that experience, you have an emotional, mental discipline of saying, I'll take a moment here. Maybe yes, maybe no. So meditation is about choosing your experience through discipline. So these different experiences, when you think of and feel on that emotion, and this is often a reference to God, although it's shown scientifically that it doesn't need to be referenced to God. There's a literal neurological happening there that is physical, that is, if you don't have beliefs in those arenas, tangible. You train your mind to build these neurons that build up pathways in your minds to those experiences. You choose anger quicker, you go to anger. You choose peace, you go to peace. And the more you focus on those thoughts, the more you get that experience. Now, the people that I've talked to often said, but I feel this, and my mind is racing all the time. So that's what this little device does. Either it's a rosary or worry beads or a mandala. It's not a mandala. It's those beads that Buddhists use to do mantras. They give your mind focus. They give your mind attention, both tangible and in the mind. I actually call mine, when I used to use it, a mental gymnasium. I call these mental gymnasiums because they give the mind discipline. If you want to use it, great. If you're not, that's fine. So that's what meditation is. Meditation is the frequency, vibration, and wavelength you are currently at right now. You're meditating at this moment. Whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're projecting, whatever you're feeling, that's your current meditation. And from what I've understand, to the best of my knowledge, the universe, which is a wavelength, vibration, frequency arena, gives you the frequency, vibration, and wavelength that you're experiencing on. Not the thoughts, not the actions, but the feeling that you're on. So if you feel fearful, if you feel angry, it will give you more of that experience. And is this cycle of that hard to break? Yes, because lots of us have sown many, many, many seeds of those experiences, and we're in this cycle of vibration, and we get angry, and then experiences give us the opportunity to be angry, so we get angry again, so the experiences give us the opportunity to be angry, and you know what? There's reasons to be angry. There's reasons to get frustrated, and they're very valid. But at the same time, the more you perpetuate, the more you experience that experience. So meditation is, once again, and I know I'm repeating myself, frequency, vibration, and wavelength of what you're feeling about, what you're thinking about, and that's what you act upon. So you can see different meditations. Now there's different types of meditations, and different types of meditations are useful. There's no right meditation. Oftentimes say, so what is meditation? Do I just sit here and be quiet? Well, yes. That's one meditation that you can do, and one very popular meditation. There's Vedic meditation, also known as transcendental meditation. There's mantra meditation, there's walking meditation, there's being present meditation, there's visualization meditation. There's all these types of different meditations, and all of them are good, and all of them are right, as long as they are making your experience and well-being more positive, more joyful, and more better. Makes them better. That's the indicator of good meditation. Is it making your experience better? Now, some people say, well, if I meditate, then I'll have peace and tranquility and harmony immediately. No, that's kind of like going into the gym and saying, I'm going to lift weights for 3 days and have my body that I truly desire, which, by the way, is completely a manufacturing state of our society. You're perfect as you are, just as a heads up. But that's just like a gym analogy. So you need to choose this over and over and over again, and with meditation and wavelength, begin to more and more ease into that experience. So let's start with the different types of meditations, explaining it. One of the most popular meditations out is transcendental meditation. And what transcendental meditation is? Vedic meditation, and it's a mantra, and it's based on when you were born and the resonance of the planet. Now, does the planet have a frequency? Yes. Do you have a frequency? Yes. Does the whole planet have vibration and frequency? Yes. What is happening right now is a vibration and frequency. This communication through this computer to you is a vibration, a frequency, and a wavelength. Everything is. So what it does is it says it wants to attune you to your vibration within that wavelength that is good for you. Now, this is a lot of stuff that it's intuitive and inspired and divine in a sense, and it does have resonance. It's thousands of years old, and if it serves you, great. There's other ones like mantra meditation, and technically Vedic meditation is a mantra meditation, but there's different mantras. Om Mani Padme Hum. Or I love and accept myself as I am. Or I am grateful for the prosperity in my life. Or I am grateful that I am loved and provided for. Or I am safe and protected all as well. These are mantra meditations that you can say over and over again, and if beginning to feel it, think it, and act on it. And the opportunity for growth is that when your actual experience isn't the thing that you're claiming, that's the disconnect. And that's the part that sometimes people have an issue with, where what I'm feeling and what I'm focusing on isn't my perceived experience right now. And that's where the discipline and persistence comes into play. The discipline and persistence will make all the difference in your experience when it comes to meditation. Now, when we talk about breathing meditations, focusing on the breath and being present, that type of meditation is simply trying to quiet the mind and be still. Now, I personally, that is not a meditation that has often been successful for me. I really like the meditations, the visualizations that are around mantras and around focus and around focusing on the emotion and feeling into the breath. And that's something that's very important, to couple the emotion with the meditation, because your emotion is essentially the frequency that drives your experience, right? If you feel good, things are good. If you don't feel good, things are not good, regardless of your circumstance, which is a fascinating idea. So these different meditations are accessible and available to you, and there's no wrong meditation. But what's important is that you begin. One of my favorite quotes around meditation is that even a little meditation will alleviate from great sufferings. And that makes me really inspired and really happy about meditation, because that means that you only need to meditate a little bit, just a little bit, and it will alleviate great sufferings. Now, oftentimes people say, oh, you've got to meditate for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. And these different meditations, they take a long time and they're complicated, they're time consuming, and I don't know if I'm doing it right. And those are all valid wonders and wishes and desires. But it just comes down to, there's a guy that's choosing to walk through where's God bless him and wish him the best. Meditation is, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So the meditation that you choose is a little meditation will make all the difference, just a slight little bit. And that is such a comforting thought, right? That if I take 2-3 minutes out of my day, just 3 minutes, it takes you longer to go to the bathroom in some cases. It takes you longer to brush your teeth in some cases, or at least it should take you longer to brush your teeth, to meditate. That is such a comforting thought that has so much power in that meditation. So that is a very concise, very shortened, abbreviated concept of what meditation is. And right now, I would like to invite you to, just for a moment, join me in meditation. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I would like you to sit. Or if you're driving, don't do that. And what you're going to do is you're simply going to straighten your spine. You're going to roll your shoulders back away from your ears, and you're going to be aware of your body. And you're going to take a deep, full breath. Breathing in through the nose, feeling the nostrils as the air flows over the nose, relaxing the shoulders. And just be aware of the body. And go from the top of your skull and relax the scalp. Relax the forehead and all the concentration muscles in the forehead. Relax the eyes, relax the nose, the mouth, the jaw, the throat. Relax the shoulders and pull them back down away from the ears and elongate the skull. Then go through the rest of your body and notice where there's any creaks or energy being held, and let your eyes close and go ahead and just listen. And let the breath flow in over the nostrils. Breathing deep and exhale, letting those nostrils, feeling that flow. Breathing in, letting the eyes rise to the horizon, awareness seated between the eyebrows. Breathing deeply into the body. And I'd like you to simply breathe in the thought, the emotion, and the idea of I am at peace. Exhale. Breathing in, I am at peace. And as you exhale, I'm going to mute the microphone and just breathing in at your pace, at your level, I am at peace. And if your mind wanders, that's fine. Simply coming back to the phrase, I am at peace. Now taking a deep, full breath, aware of the body, breathing deeply in and out, feeling the body coming to presence, and maybe stating to yourself, I am peace, I am tranquility, I am harmony, I am prosperity, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Grounding yourself into your feet, and congratulate yourself. You just did a meditation. That was no more than 3 minutes. It might have felt longer, but that's accessible to you. And maybe you had a headspace change. Maybe you felt, a little bit lighter. Maybe you felt a little bit more tranquil. Maybe you felt a little bit more at ease. But that feeling is accessible to you simply by thinking, feeling, and breathing. Now, if you enjoyed this, and I hope you have, we are going to continue this for the next 3 Sundays. And we're going to be talking about emotions and the root of emotions and how emotions really play the role in meditation. The next day we'll be talking about thoughts and the way that thoughts play a role in meditation. And from then we'll be talking about your physicality and the way that physicality plays a role in the meditation. And during this time, we'll be offering up meditations to you. And as a gift, I would like to offer you right now a meditation. It's about 5 minutes long, and it's accessible on the website Inner Transformation Tools. You can go there and you can download it. It's completely available to you. There's also other affirmations there that are completely accessible to you as our gift to you. Because I feel that how can you find prosperity? How can you find peace? How can you find tranquility and be able to reciprocate in turn without being able to have that first? So use these tools. I hope they make you prosperous. I hope they allow you to find tranquility and peace and harmony and wealth. And if they serve you, perhaps if you're inspired, give a gift in return. If you'd like to give a gift to us, great. If you'd like to give a gift to where you're inspired and fed spiritually, whether it be a church or an organization or a person or a waitress that gives you a kind word, give there. Because tithing in that sense is the root of prosperity, and generosity is the root of wealth. And meditation is the root of all of it. It really is. It's the foundation. So please go to Inner Transformation Tools. We'll post it in the event and use these tools. There's meditations, there's affirmations, there's visualizations, and we are going to try to daily update it. If this has inspired you and you feel these tools are going to work for you, use them. If not, that's fine too. So I'd like to thank you for joining me. I'd like to thank you for joining us. I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to be of service, for giving me this opportunity to share this with you. And I hope it resonated and it up-leveled your frequency and vibration in some way, because it certainly did for me, because it brings me so much joy to share these tools that have been so beneficial in my experience and so beneficial in the experience of ancient wisdom, really. So thank you so much for joining us.